Welcome friends of Standard 9, Lesson 5, the fundamental unit of life. In this particular chapter, the most important thing is the word as in cell. So, we will start with the same, what we understand, and first of all we will start with the different concepts which got established with the word as in cell. Now, cell was first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. He was the first person to visualize in microscope the slide of cork. Cork is wood. This wood is particularly very lightweighted and available. Before that, we were used to use this wood in as an cork in sausages bottle like tomato sauce and all. Nowadays we are not using because we have turned to plastic. Before that the glass bottles were, even the champagne bottles are been closed with a wood kind of a thing. This wood is nothing but cork. We make a slice of it, and this particular slice, he made a slice of this cork and he visualized this slide on a slide. He visualized the different boxes, as you are able to see these boxes on the screen also. Okay, these particular boxes are not exactly of the same type, but they are slightly different from each other, but they are the box in the form of an boxes only. So he first of all saw these boxes and termed the coin as cell. Cell means nothing but tiny room. We understand cell as in jail and all, that small the person was put in the cell. Cell is nothing but a small room, and really it means to be a small room itself only. Then came Leeuwenhoek, and Leeuwenhoek in 1674 found from the pond water free living bodies. These free living bodies are single cellular organisms which he found from the pond water. Then came Robert Brown in after a long era of 1831 discovered the internal organs of the cell. He first started with nucleus. He was the first person to discover the nucleus of the cell, Robert Brown. Purkinje in 1839 coined the term as in protoplasm. Protoplasm is the material except the cell wall or cell membrane. Except the cell wall and cell membrane, the inside fluid which contains inside the cell is termed as an protoplasm. So Purkinje was a person who termed the coin as an protoplasm. Then important people came like Sheldon and Swan. Sheldon and Swan in 1839 proposed cell theory. This was the first established prominent theory known as a cell theory. So he promoted this cell theory. In this cell theory, the basic thing was, he said plants and animals both are made from a cell itself only. That means their basic materials are same. That's why we are capable of eating plants, because they are entirely different from us by looking and all, but their basic structural material inside the cell is same. Even the animals, to animals they are same. So all the plants and all the animals are composed of cell, and cell is therefore called as a basic unit of life. This was a very important statement which he gave. A cell is termed as a basic unit, fundamental unit of life. Then came Virchow in 1855, suggested cell arises from pre-existing cell. Now this term coined to reproduction, that new cells are formed from the previous cells. So he said that the new cells are from pre-existing cell itself only. New cell does not form likewise with their own, they are formed from the pre-existing cell. So these were the different concepts of cell. So we will keep up till for the cell, then we will start with the next topic, that is type of organisms made by the cell. First, there are two types basically, unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms. Now what are unicellular organisms? Unicellular organisms are the organisms which are made from single cell. Single cell, that means they don't have any other thing than except one single cell. They, each of this type of, I will just explain, like algae. Algae are found as in green color floating material on ponds and lake sides, and this green color material you find like a carpet on the water. but if you take out from the pond and see this green material, they are small globules, that is round kind of and balls, which are algae, which are single cellular plants. Likewise also amoeba, paramecium, now you are able to see amoeba, paramecium. These amoeba and paramecium are also single cellular organism, they are counted in animals. So they each of them, if you see, they differ in shape, they differ in size, and they differ in function, but still they are one singular organism, that's why they are called as an unicellular organism. These particular organisms, that is single cell, has got their specific things to do. Now specific for doing specific things, they require specific organisms. Generally they have same organelles like Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, lysosomes. We are going to study this in the later part of the chapter. So these basic organelles are present in each of the cell. Maybe some of them more specific also are present in different types of cell. So these all organelles present inside the cell are called as cell organelles, and together all of these cell organelles constitute a cell. Now about their functions, if I say, they have got few functions to perform. First of the function is to form new substances. These all organelles comprises to form a new organelles. Now after forming a new organelles, they make this new material, whatever they have made, to function. So first of all they make the material and they allow this material to function. They target into a particular area and make them function, and after that, making it function, always a waste products are formed. So their next function is to throw away these waste products. So this is how they manage the entire function. They make a material, they utilize the material and throw away the waste products out of the cell. There is examples, as I told you, Chlamydomonas amoeba, paramecium, algae, bacteria. These are many different examples of unicellular organisms, right? Now we will go with one more topic, that is an multicellular organism. Now what are multicellular organisms? They are made up of basic one cell only, from the one cell only, but these cell after growing have done one change. This change is nothing but division of labor. They have turned itself different from each other and they have aparted their duties. Their basic organelles are same, but they have differentiated in their duties. Like if I give an example, my heart cells are different from my brain cells, and my brain cells are different from my kidney cells and liver cells, muscular cells. So they are imparted with different kind of labor work. They do different kind of work entirely, though they are originated from the one single cell. So they perform specific functions, and that's why they are given called as a division of labor. Now each different cell forms, if I go with like if I say that my heart cells, that is septas, muscles of the heart, are having a different types of cell, and these different type of cells comprises to form tissues. These tissues comprises to form organs, and these organs have specific functions in the entire system. That means different types of such organs constitute an entire system, and this system is called as an body. So if I say that body works and successfully works only because this organ works. If any of the organ fails, like kidney fails or heart fails, even in plants, if I say xylem, phloem are the different types of cells which are present, and if they don't function, the entire system collapses. So these organs are there, and these organs are formed from tissues, and tissues are made up of cells. So it is very necessary that this basic thing should work, and if this basic thing works as a whole, then the body works. In our body, as I given you, there are some examples of nerve cell, heart cells, kidney cells, nephrons, and etc. Right? So we will keep up till here for this particular video. Thank you.